light was never still, never constant, because drifting mist would often float among the treetops, filtering all the sunlight from early sheets, and brushing every plain coat with moisture that discreetly dissipated. Sometimes the wetness of the clouds condensed into tiny drops, half mist, half rain, which floated downwards rather than fell, making a soft rustling patter among the billions of needles. There was a narrow path beside the street, which led from a village, little more than a cluster of herdsmen's away, at the foot of the valley to a half-ruined shrine to the glacier at its head, a place where faded silken flags streamed out in the perpetual winds from the high mountains, and offerings of barley cakes and dried tea were placed by wax birches. An odd effect of the light, the ice, and the vapor enveloped the head of the valley in perpetual rainbows. The cave lay somewhere above the path. Many years before, a holy man had lived there, meditating and fasting and praying, and the place was venerated for the sake of his memory. It was 30 feet or so deep with a dry floor, an ideal den for a bear or a wolf, the only creature living in it for years, in birds and bats. But the form was crouching inside the entrance, his black eyes watching his ring back, his sharp ears, his neither there nor back. The sunlight lay heavy and rich on his lustrous golden fur, and his monkey hands turned iron cups his way back, snapping on the scales with sharp fingers and scratching out the sweet nuts. Behind him, just beyond the point where the sunlight reached, Mrs. Coulter was heating some water in a small pan over an after stove. The deep, utterly warming murmur of Mrs. Coulter looked up. Coming along the forest path was a young village girl. Mrs. Coulter knew who she was. Alma had been bringing her food for some days now. Mrs. Coulter had let it be known when she first arrived. She was a holy woman engaged in meditation and prayer, under a vow never to speak to a man. Alma was the only person whose visit she accepted. This time, though, the girl wasn't alone. Her father was with her. While Alma climbed up to the cave, he waited a little way off. Alma came to the cave entrance and bowed.
My father sends me his prayers for your goodwill. Greetings, child.
The girl was carrying a bundle wrapped in faded cotton. She laid it at his feet. Then she held out a little bunch of flowers, a dozen or so anemones bound with a cotton thread, and began to speak in a rapid, nervous voice. Mrs. Coulter understood some of the language of these mountain people, but it would never do to let them know how much. The feet moved stepped forward and still a certain way was to show them how she should. The golden monkey was holding out his little black hand. Alma sat on her knees and scratched closer and closer until he settled on a horny forefinger. The monkey brought him slowly to his ear. Mrs. Coulter felt a tiny stream of understanding flow into her mind, clarifying the given word. That's all. She did me all that. Was this other being Mrs. Coulter's master or her servant? Did she mean harm? Why was she there in the first place? Were they going to stay long? Alma conveyed these questions with a thousand misgivings. A novel answer recurred to Mrs. Coulter as the deep understanding filtered into hers. She could tell the truth. Not all of it, naturally, but some. She felt a little quiver of laughter at the idea, but kept it out of her voice as she explained.
Yes, there is someone else with me, but there is nothing to be afraid of. She is my daughter, and she is under a spell that made her fall asleep. We have come here to hide from the enchanter who put the spell on her, while I try to cure her and keep her from harm. Come see her.
Alma was half soothed by Mrs. Coulter's soft voice, and half afraid still, that the talk of enchanters and spells added to the awe she felt. But the golden monkey was holding her demon so gently, and she was curious besides, so she followed Mrs. Coulter into the cave. Her father, on the path with her, took a step forward, and his cruel demon raised her wings once or twice, but he stayed where he was. Mrs. Coulter lit a candle, because the light was fading rapidly, and led Alma to the back of the cave. Alma's eyes glittered whitely in the gloom, and her hands were moving together in a repetitive gesture of finger on thumb, to ward off danger by confusing the evil spirits.
You see, she can do no harm. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Alma looked at the figure peacefully asleep, there's no doubt about that, for the demon lay coiled and executed. He had the form of some creature like a mongoose, red gold in color and smaller. The golden monkey was tenderly smoothing the fur between the sleeping demons. At our look, the mongoose creature stirred uneasily and uttered a hoarse little mew. Alma stood, mouse-formed, resting so close to Alma's neck, peered fearfully through her hair.
So you can tell your father what you've seen. No evil spirit. Just my daughter, asleep under a spell and in my care. But please, Alma, tell your father that this must be a secret. No one but you two must know, Lyra.